If you're an adventurous eater, you shouldn't limit yourself to basic meat options like chicken and beef. There are many exotic types of meat enjoyed around the world, whether as a delicacy or in everyday meals. Trying different kinds of meat is a great way to learn about a culture and how they use their resources. It's also a great opportunity to expand your palate, embrace your adventurous side, and have a great story to tell later. Now here are 10 unusual animal meats you can try. Number 10. Zebra. Zebra is a strange animal to add to the list of best eating exotics. A restaurant in Namibia serves zebra and backs up its claim as the best steak you'll ever eat, or it's free. A zebra is an animal that most North Americans equate to a horse, which most people in North America don't eat. In some African cultures, eating zebra is taboo. Other cultures embrace it. There are several different species of zebra, and not all grace a plate equally. Zebra meat is marbled like a good cut of beef, with similar taste and texture. It is tender and juicy and, when cooked properly, will leave you wondering why it isn't served in high-dollar steakhouses everywhere. Mountain zebras make much better table fare than plain zebras. Zebra is an exotic that can be hunted in Texas if you want to try this unique species without crossing any seas. Number 9. Alpaca. Alpaca meat was once considered a delicacy by Andean inhabitants. Alpaca meat is one of the healthiest and most flavorful meats in the world. The meat is lean, tender, and almost sweet. Alpaca meat is not only rich in proteins but also low in fat and has the lowest level of cholesterol of any meat. There are many health benefits of alpaca meat in comparison to traditional livestock meats. It is the meat of the Andes and one of the healthiest and oldest food sources of the Incans and pre-Incans, and remains a South American delicacy and an essential daily food source. Number 8. Elephant. Despite the fact that elephants are an endangered species, people still hunt them for their meat. Most people are aware that poachers hunt elephants for their tusks, but the meat is also considered a prized delicacy. An elephant can produce about a half-ton of meat, making it a profitable business for poachers who smoke and sell the meat. The practice is most common in Africa. Number 7. Gorilla. Gorillas get a tough break all around. Their habitats are being destroyed at rapid rates. The areas they live in often have limited law enforcement, and people are eating them. Some scientists think the gorilla could be extinct within the next 10 years unless major changes are made. They are caught right in the middle of the bushmeat trade, and their meat is a big business in some areas in Africa. Number 6. Kangaroo. As another open-range animal void of hormones and antibiotics, aged kangaroo meat will have a slightly more gamey flavor than younger meat. Kangaroo has been historically a source of food for indigenous Australians, increasing in popularity abroad by being shipped to over 55 countries around the world. As a great source of high-quality protein, low in fat, low in saturated fat, and a good source of heart-friendly omega-3s, kangaroo meat also boasts high levels of iron, zinc, and B vitamins, such as riboflavin, niacin, B6, and B12. Number 5. Emu. Described by many to have a taste similar to filet mignon like ostrich, emu is of the poultry family but is considered a red meat. Much like other wild meats, emu is free of growth hormones and low in fat and cholesterol. As the world's second largest bird, emu is a member of the group known as ratites, which also include rheas, cassowaries, kiwis, and ostriches. Native to Australia, New Zealand, and New Guinea, the flightless emu is somewhat smaller than ostriches, are darker in color, and have a higher resistance to disease. Emu is another great lean source of protein packed with many benefits including magnesium, riboflavin, niacin, vitamins B6 and B12, and iron. Number 4. Python. On first, and possibly second appearance, eating reptiles of any kind may not seem all that appetizing. That said, set aside any misgivings of sinking your teeth into serpent. Rattlesnakes are regularly consumed in the Midwestern United States, but python is a truly exotic delicacy, although difficult to cook. Gamier than pork, whose taste it is often compared to, python can, if cooked poorly, take on a tough, rubbery texture. If you're frying, slice thin and cook for under a minute each side. It's even been offered as a pizza topping in Florida in what has been dubbed an Everglades pizza, with alligator and frog completing this triumvirate of unlikely pepperoni replacements. Number 3. Bear. Bear meat is sweet because it eats a natural diet of berries. It has a fine texture similar to beef and horse meat, but the taste is closer to pork. The best way to cook bear meat is to make a roast, chili, stew, or shred the meat for tacos. You'll know this meat is cooked when it reaches the internal temperature of 160 degrees. Number 2. Whale. Whales were hunted in European waters throughout the Middle Ages for their meat and oil. Under Catholicism, aquatic creatures were generally considered fish. Therefore, whales were deemed suitable for eating during Lent and other lean periods. An alternative explanation is that the church considered hot meat to raise the libido, making it unfit for holy days. Parts submerged in water, such as whale or beaver tails, were considered cold meat. Eating whale meat did not end with the Middle Ages in Europe, but rather whale stock in nearby oceans collapsed due to overexploitation, especially the right whales around the Bay of Biscay. Thus, European whalers, the Basques especially were known for their expertise, had to seek out the New World to catch whales. Number 1. Armadillo. It may seem like an odd question, but the answer is yes. In many areas of Central and South America, armadillo meat is often used as part of an average diet. Armadillo meat is a traditional ingredient in Oaxaca, Mexico. I have heard that some peoples of South America keep small varieties of armadillos as edible house pets. During the Depression, armadillos were often eaten by hungry people. They were called Hoover hogs, by people angry with then-President Herbert Hoover's broken promise of a chicken in every pot. The meat is said to taste like fine-grained, high-quality pork. And that's it, the 10 unusual animal meats you can try and dig in. Thanks for joining us on this wild culinary adventure. If you enjoyed exploring the world of exotic animal meats with us, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more unique food journeys. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. Have you ever tried any of the meats we talked about today? Or do you have an exotic dish to suggest? Drop your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And remember, always ensure that your exotic meats are sourced ethically and sustainably to help protect our incredible biodiversity. You may also want to watch the 10 invasive animals that change the world forever and 10 most endangered animals in the U.S. Until next time, keep your taste buds curious and your adventures wild.